Hello everybody, it's Diana with stampingwithdie.com, and I'm a little wobbly because I'm actually gonna take you over to my hutch. Alright, so hang on a minute. I want to make sure I'm in the right spot because I'm not used to starting the phone holding it. So I am not even sure if I'm live. So hang on a minute. I'm like, or I'm in the wrong spot. Oh my gosh. It's Friday. Yeah, because now I'm afraid am I in the group? Oh my gosh. Because I don't see it. Oh my gosh. I don't want to be on my regular Facebook. Hang on a minute. Oh, I am so sorry. I see Dina. Refresh. Okay. Is this what kind of weekend it's going to be? And I think I didn't even make the sound come up. Okay. All right. I'm in the right spot. I am so sorry. So, hello. We are going to do a really quick dies shorts. But what I wanted to do is I finished my little banner, my summertime. So I was going to leave it here and then hang it up. And I thought, well, how am I going to walk it over and hang it up? Because it's not like anyone's here to hold the phone. So I hung it up and I figured we'll just walk over. We'll just walk over and look at it. All right, so let me, but I don't want to touch any buttons and screw it up. All right, so I don't want to trip or anything. I've been pulling stuff. All right, so here's my hutch with the bottom door open. Oh, here's my little hutch, and it has so much fun stuff on it. But here is my summertime that I was working on the other day. Hey, Jade. And so what I ended up doing, I have sunflowers. I love sunflowers. I even have a sunflower tattoo. And I kind of have them all over the house. So I had to put a sunflower. So what I did was, so this is my little banner. So you saw me do the little jar. I'm trying to find my finger. You saw me, look at my crooked finger. You saw me do the jar. But what I did was I added little sunflowers on each side of the mason jar. And I was going to add some flowers to these, but then I didn't want it to be too busy. So I just kind of liked the little sunflower by the mason jar. So that's what I ended up doing. We're going to play with Woodland Wonder. And what I did was I kind of pretended like I was placing an order, and then I put the stamp set like I was placing the order to make sure it didn't come up as gone, because things change daily. Like they should still be available to the end of June, but you never know. So anyways, so I want to play with Woodland Wonder, so that's what we're going to play with. And I'm going to do some Stamparatus fun. So first off, let me get a piece of paper. So I did this similar on the shark card. Remember the fun little shark card that I did? So I'm going to do something, very similar with the cardstock. So this is just the basic white. Hi Sherry, hi Jeannie. Love the scraps all over the floor. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So my sister and Jane. So yeah, it's like a crazy mess here. But no one sees it but me. Oh well, and now you guys, because I had the camera like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Bermuda Bay, and we are going to do a fun little background on the card, just like I did with the shark card. So I'm just getting some Bermuda Bay on my cardstock like that. And I'm just starting it off and then coming on. I try not to get my fingers on it too much, because sometimes if your fingers are oily, usually if I'm going to be doing this, I will, what is that? Hand sanitizer? I'll use like hand sanitizer and get my hands, you know, kind of clean. And then I find that I have less fingerprints, because you know what? It's like if you're oily, then the ink will resist that area, if that makes sense. Like sometimes you'll see like a fingerprint because you had like lotion on or something. So I just try not to touch it too often. So yeah, so before I do that, I usually hand sanitizer my hands, because if I do soap, you know, sometimes the soaps have perfume or whatever. So I just want to make sure that I'm not getting too much fingerprints going on. All right, and then I'm kind of keeping that where it's got that lighter spot right there. Okay, and then like we did before, we're going to take our mister, and I have the alcohol in there, and I'm going to give this a spray with the alcohol. And then I'm just going to hold it underneath the desk real quick. Hi, Ginny. With my fan, my nether region fan, and let it blow on there just for a little bit. I'm not going to use this one for the video just because it's still going to be a little bit wet. So I did one a little bit earlier. All right, come on. All right. But you can see how it's starting to turn. So what happens is the alcohol will pull some of the color out, and then it gives you almost like a sky look, you know, like it just looks cool. All right, so let's see here. So here's one I did earlier. So can you see it's got like kind of it's just very, very neat looking. So when I did the shark card, and I brought it in here the other day, and now I don't know what I did with it, but it's here somewhere. Okay, we did it as underwater, but today I want to make it be like it's gonna be sky. This is just regular alcohol, Jane. So this was just probably the 70%. It doesn't have to be that high content one like we did with the vellum and the blends. It doesn't have to be that high because, you know, it's just, and you could even use water, but the alcohol dries faster. So, I mean, you could use water. You're just wanting it to remove some of the ink. So you can see this one. So see here, right here, like if you see, look real close, I can see my fingers right here because I didn't do my hands before. So anyways, okay. So we have our little piece. Now I'm going to get my Stamparatus. So I've got my Stamparatus. Let me get it over here. And we have, I'm going to put my stamp set here. Okay, so we have, I put my stamp set there, and then I have this one here, because I also have one up here. But let me get this off of the table. So this is the cute little Woodland set that's in the January to June. And they actually made it like it looks like it's a growing, like the card grows. I'm not going to make a grow card, but it explains, you know, how to do it right there. If you're going to do the grow card, this is a 4 by 10 3/4, and then you score it at 5 1/4 and 8 inches, and it gives you that, like when it folds up, it's like a growing. Okay, but we're not going to do that. All right, so let me get that out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to put my cardstock on here and my magnet. And what I did was I, ahead of time, figured out where these need to rest. So I have my treetop over here, and then on this side I have the trunk and my greeting. and I just lined it up. All right, so we're going to ink it up with the memento. So this stamp set is actually retiring, so that's why I, you know, kind of started an order to make sure that it was still available. All right, so make sure that's in the corner. Put my magnet, and it will, when you do the alcohol, it does make your paper bend just a little bit. So just, you know, I'm just kind of keeping it doing that. All right, so ink that up. And if by using the Stamparatus, and then see how I'm just lifting it up gently so it kind of releases itself. So now we've got our cute little tree. And then I'm going to ink up my greeting. Let me push this down so you can see what I'm doing. Hold on a minute. I need a bigger desk. Or maybe if I go up farther. All right, so I'm over here. So I'm inking up the greeting. And I'm inking up, did I call it a stem? I don't know if I call it, but it's a trunk. All right, so ink that up really good. And the same thing, so I'm just kind of putting my finger so that as that paper kind of comes up a little bit, just because, oh, and look what I did. Oh my gosh, I'm such a dork. I'm a dork. Because I cut my paper down, I forgot. I cut my paper. So look it, my greeting is off the cardstock. That's not good. All right, hang on a minute. So we're gonna do this one that I just did because it's dry. Crazy, crazy. All right, I just want to make sure I'm in the right spot. No, I'm not. All right, never mind. I'm gonna pull this one out. So this is what I was doing. So now I'm gonna pull this one out, because this one I did earlier. So this is the one I did, and then I was gonna trim it after. And I thought, well, you know what? I'll trim it first. But I'm still gonna color this one I just did. Yeah, I'm gonna color this one. Or, you know what we're gonna do? Watch this. Watch this, people. This is called flying by the seat of your pants. Watch how we're gonna take care of this. Da 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 da. We are gonna take this right off and stick it over there. Now my hand's all inky. Are you laughing, sister? Is this Friday the 13th? Is this Friday the 13th? I don't think so. No, it's only the 7th. Okay. So I'm washing my hands. Okay. So now we're not going to have a greeting. We're going to put the greeting on another way. All right. So we're going to do this again. Because we can. There's never mistakes in stamping, only design changes. How many times have I told you that? All right. And if this doesn't work, we're going to say, wasn't that banner lovely? And have a good weekend. Okay, so we've got our top again of the tree. Da 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 da. I mean, what the heck, right? All right. Then we're going to do the bottom again. I didn't even think about that because I had done the big piece of paper. So this was the full. This was like a full size, and I'm like, oh, I'll just cut it beforehand. But I didn't think I needed to scoot my images over. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to catch ink. I'm going to catch ink. Did I catch ink? Oh, no, I didn't. That was lucky. That was lucky. Oh, isn't that so cute? Okay, so let me get this out of the way. So if you want to do a bunch of them, the Stamparatus just makes it so easy because now you're all set. Oh, flying by the seat of my pants brings you joy. Oh my gosh, Jackie. That sometimes is what I sure am doing. I didn't even think about that. I swear I did one with that size. I swear I did. Was this not the right size? No! See, I did one in white, too. That's even bigger. Oh, well. And as I tell people, I'm a stamper, not a mathematician. So, anyways, okay, so now we're just going to color our fun little images. Let's see, I've got my granny apple. We have our soft suede. They are so cute, aren't they? That little thing. So now what I'll do is I'll just end up putting my greeting on like a separate piece of paper. Oh, the little things get you through the day. Yep. All right, let me scoot down. Because we're not going to totally finish this card. Because really, this is supposed to be a die short, right? And it seems like I'm not making them short anymore. I blabber too much. All right, so this is just a dark granny apple. And we are just coloring right over top of that Bermuda. It's soft, it's not going to affect anything. So there's our little trees. So cute. This is such a fun set. So if you don't have this one yet, you're going to want to grab it. I love, it's fun to color. It's great. Great size. Sometimes the images can be a little small, and this one is just so fun because the images are just a great size. And I do love that, the way that they have that card where it grows, so it looks like, you know, the tree's gotten bigger and stuff. But you don't have to, and it's still cute. Alright, so I'm not going to color all those. Alright, so that was the dark granny apple, and then the light. So these will look a little bit different because they do have that undertone of the Bermuda ink underneath. So it won't be as white, you know, as if I just had just the plain cardstock underneath. But what's cool is, with this background, it's almost like, you know, dusk or whatever. You've got the blue, not dusk, well, I guess kind of dusk, but you've got like the little splatters of the alcohol, make it almost like you can kind of see stars coming or whatever. All right, so pretend I did all that. Then we're going to take our light soft suede. Hi, Sherry. All right, so I just did that, and then we're just going to take our light soft suede, and the same thing. We're just going to start coloring our tree. And then the little branches. But this set is so fun. So now that I have my greeting, now I can do my greeting a little bit different. Because it has, like, look right here. So it has this hip hip hooray, and you have this thing that's here, this pole. So you can make it come out of the tree. So you make that pole come out, and then you can hang your little hip hip hooray. And it's got music. So I will, you know, definitely I'll post the card when I have it all the way done. But by putting the pieces on the Stamparatus, so see, this is why I did this one on the white. I just want to make sure everything lined up. I wasn't thinking about my size, but what I'll do is I just use that as my my guide, so that I make sure that, you know, my other pieces are going to line up. Like when I put the hip hip hooray, I'll mess around with it to make sure that it lines up before I put it on the real card. So just, you know, just test it out. So that's why the Stamparatus is such an amazing tool, because it gives you that extra security, you know. All right, so this is just a light soft suede. So cute. I think I got all the little branches, and then I'll take the dark soft suede, and then I'm just going to come up under here where the leaves are overhanging. And my finger's all better today. My crazy arthritis or whatever. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the dark under here. And you can tell that the cardstock, like when you're coloring after you have sponged, you can feel the blends. They feel different on the cardstock because they do. They have that other color that is on there. It's almost like you have what is the word? Primed. Almost like you primed your cardstock. All right, so then I'm just taking that light and then going up. So it's just got a few different colors. But what I also like to use is, let me get under here. I also like is the cinnamon. So let me get the cinnamon cider. So I'm going to take my cinnamon cider and I'm going to add some of that too. And this adds almost like a reddish color because wood has got undertones to it. So now you've got like a different color coming in there. And it just makes it look even more natural and not, what else am I trying to call it? Earthy. Like more earthy with that red in there. I love that cinnamon blend. So can you see that? Hi, Dawn. So can you see that by adding that little bit of cinnamon, you've got like several different colors in your bark. And then we're going to color our cute little squirrel. So the squirrel is going to be gray only because I've got my soft suede here. So I want to have him be a gray squirrel. So I'm just using my soft suede. This is just a light soft suede. Oh my gosh, so the other day I was looking out the window and there was a bunny and he was sound asleep under the tree. And I love looking out in the backyard, and it makes me feel so good that the animals feel so comfortable that they can just lay under the tree and go to sleep, all right? I mean, I would not want to be a bird or anything like that, because if you ever watch them eat, they just are constantly like, what's that? What's that? Because they're just, you know, always scared. So could you imagine we sat down to eat supper every night and we had to like look behind us in case something was going to eat us? But anyway, so I was watching this crazy bunny, and then he'd wake up and he'd dig, like the ground was a little cooler as he dug, and then he'd flop himself down and sleep. And then after a while he got up and left, and then went up with all the little, I call them prairie dogs, but I think they're ground squirrels. This is Flirty Flamingo. Add a little bit of a pink cheek and pink nose on our squirrel. But then this silly little prairie dog, he come over to that same hole that the bunny was digging at, and then this is my dark petal pink. And he plopped his butt in that same hole. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm just always telling Jeff, thank goodness I don't have a window in my studio or nothing will get done, because I constantly be looking out there at the animals. All right, so here's our little raccoon. So he's going to have the same kind of colors as the squirrel, but he's down further, so I don't mind so much that he's the same color. Oh, Dawn, no. This is in the January to June. I haven't demoed it, so it's kind of new in that regards, but no. So you're going to want to make sure you grab it because it is not carrying over. And it is so stinking cute. So it is in the January to June catalog. So here's the other pieces with it. It's got a cute cloud. There's balloons. It's from All of Us. Butterfly. I can hardly wait. I'm going to be putting this. And then here's the bottom of the tree, right? So, you know, I could have just made it a tree with a bird, right? I could have just added this and this. A tree with a bird, but I chose all these little guys. So it's such a fun, did I say fun set? All right. So then, all right, hang on a minute. Where's my gel pen? Because I colored in the eyeballs. So let me get my little gel pen. And I'm just going to whiten my little raccoon's eyes because I colored them too much. And then we can decide what color our birds are going to be. So what color do you think our birds should be? We know we have to have an orange beak. So I'm just using the pumpkin pie. I don't know why I always gravitate towards pumpkin pie for the bird's beaks, but I do. So we're also going to put a little bit of pumpkin pie on the nest because they grabbed straw. If you ever watch the bird's nest, they're always above where we park the car. And there's horsehair. I mean, you'd be amazed at the stuff that they stick in their nest. All right, so this is just that light smoky slate, just to make the hole. Oh, I forgot this one. A little darker. All right, but I don't know what color I want to do my birds. What color should I do my birds? All right, because I also, so this is 4 by 5 1/4, and I also am going to put like a thin piece of white underneath there. And then I kept going back and forth what cardstock I was going to do the main color. And I think I'm going to make it be the Granny Apple green. Because I think that will look... Oh, you want the birds to be blue? Yeah, because they're kind of blue there, huh? So I totally could make the birds be blue. Unless you're talking about the cardstock. Ginny, did you mean the cardstock? The card base? It's just such a cute set. So then what I'm going to do is, since I messed up the thing, I missed why you didn't... Oh, just because I didn't think you want to watch me color the whole thing. So I just kind of stopped. I'm so bad. Just because I was like, oh... You probably get so bored if I just sit here and color. It's supposed to be a die shorts, but I can keep coloring it. Oh, and also I typed this up. Oh no, okay, blue to the birds. Okay, so I typed this up. Where to find me? So I had a question on. I had asked if people want me to. Keep doing, Facebook Lives as well as the YouTubes. So I think I'll just leave that question out there for, a little while. Because I don't mind doing both, It's just when I do the Facebook Lives, it takes a little bit so this was dark, Granny Apple. It takes a while before, the stamp set is called Woodland Wonder, and it's in the January to June, and here's the item code is 155321. It takes sometimes it takes hours for me to be able to upload the video into YouTube, because sometimes I can download it right from Facebook, and it doesn't take any time at all. But most of the time, it does not sync. Like the audio and the video do not sync up. And I'm deaf, so I know with me, if I'm watching something and the lips don't match, I have almost like I get hives. So I don't like that. So it takes a while. So if I do YouTube, I can send the link as soon as the YouTube is done. I can put the link in the Facebook group immediately. Even though it still has to process and stuff, I can still send the link. So that's why I was like, you know, I would be able to share more better time, you know, time-wise. But, so I thought I would ask. But I'm good doing it this way. We'll see. I guess it was, I think it's about half and half what people prefer. But anyways, because we can chat at both of them. I thought you maybe want to, oh, no, I just was like, didn't think you'd want to watch the whole thing. But isn't that cool how, like with the background there, and by doing it first, could you imagine if you had to do it after, you would mask or whatever. So, but yeah, so there's that one. But, so anyways, all right, so little blue bird. Let's see. Balmy blue. Let's try balmy blue. Now this is just me. Okay, let's try it on this one in case I mess it up. So we're gonna do balmy blue. That looks pretty good. So if I do balmy, and then what happens if I put a little bit of Poppy Parade? Would that make it look like, is that a robin with blue and red? Does a robin have blue and red? I'm like, so see, I could make the bird like this. How's that? All right, we're doing it. We're doing it, Ginny. Okay, so we're gonna do balmy blue on the tail and up under here and the wing. We'll do the same thing down here because we're just gonna assume these birds are related. Okay, then the Poppy Parade on the breast of the bird. And then we'll take the light. So, now you haven't tested this. So then we're going to take the light. So that looks pretty good. That little bit on the breastbone or whatever. And I probably could add some dark so it's not quite, take some of that edge off of that Poppy Parade maybe. So yeah, that looks pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is, so that's the dark, and I'm also going to take, hang on a minute, how dark is Night of Navy? Ooh, that's kind of dark. Let's see, tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. When you're testing, you just tap. That was the dark, or that was the light Night of Navy. So if you tap, it's a little more forgiving, okay? So that looks pretty good. So that just darkened the wing a little bit. See that? With that Night of Navy. So it darkened the wing just a little bit. So you can't really mess up. Well, you can, but I mean, so yeah. So I'm going to play with this some more. If I trim it down, now that I can, like I could probably trim it down. So if I decided I wanted to trim it down, I would come back and add a little bit more sponging so that the edges stayed sponged. Or I could just put it on a thick Whisper White or basic white. Choices. So let me know. Make sure you post. I'll leave this for a little bit, and I'll keep coming back to see what you think. But and then I'll post pictures. So that also is in regards to Mimeograph Monday. So what you want to do is, if you have an idea for Mimeograph Monday, you can email me at mimeographmonday@stampingwithdye.com, and then it will come in there so that I'll catch those, right? So like, because I get a lot of emails, but that way it will come in there, and then you can tell me like what you want me to do for Mimeograph Monday. So just Mimeograph Monday at stampingwithdye.com. I'll put it in the bottom, okay? Because, you know, there's always cards that people aren't sure about. Same with that one that shows in this catalog, right? This foldy out one. So someone might go, do that foldy out one. Or, you know, with the new catalog, I want to see this or something. So definitely shoot me an email. Let me know. So I don't have to make all the decisions. This group is for all of us. All right. So, oh, thanks, Mary. But, anyway, so that was not a die shorts. It went really long, but hopefully you like the banner. It looks so cute from here, on my hutch. I love it. And it might not stay there, you know, it might go somewhere else, but for now, it's there. I was going to hang it up here, remember? So, but this is so long, and you can see that square. So I took that one that was up there down, so I'll put it back up, but it's over where it used to hang. So, because see what I did? So I hot glued clothespins. See right here? I just hot glued clothespins up there, and that was gonna hold it on. But I didn't care for it up there. So, and it looks so cute on the hutch. All right. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah. Have a good weekend, Ann. And I got my hair cut, and it always looks weird from the side when I rewatch the video. I'm like, oh my gosh, don't turn my head because it looks weird from the side. But there you go. All right. So, have a good weekend, everyone. I will see you on Monday for my Mimeograph Monday. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And have a good weekend. Happy Mother's Day. Whether you're a mom, almost a mom, like a mom, even grandmas are moms, right? So happy Mother's Day to my mom and Jeff's mom. And have a good weekend, everyone. All right. I'll see you later. Bye for now.